Hey, John.
Hi, Todd. Last time we talked, we finished. I think we were talking about literally and how much I hate the misuse of the word literally. You should be using the word figuratively. But anyway, that's gone and done. But we closed that session with talking about adverbs and adjectives and how much you like, because you're a newspaper columnist, or you were at one time, and you're a publicist.
I
You
never
have to
made
get,
columnist. I was always just a writer.
all right, but you were
Go
a good
ahead.
writer. But you were a good writer. And I want to talk something called linking verbs, and it's a very strange category of verbs. Now, most people, and I'll make a generalization here. Most people know that adjectives modify nouns, correct?
Yeah.
And most people know, I think, that adverbs modify verbs. Oftentimes, they have an ly ending, so that's pretty commonplace. However, there's a little subset of verbs. It's probably only about 10 or 15 of them, maximum 15, I think, that are called linking verbs. And linking verbs are interesting because the main linking verb is something called the copula. Have we discussed this yet or not?
No.
Okay.
Copula.
The copula. And you can remember the copula, which is the verb to be, by the way, and how it's conjugated. And I am, I was, they were, etc. You can remember the copula is the linking verb because what happens when you copulate? I'm not asking that question.
That's a different video series.
Yeah,
Totally.
I know. It's called Todd and John's porn series. But
So that will be the lowest rated
no,
YouTube
it'd be
series
the,
in the
it'd be the
history
highest rated
Oh my
of, our,
God.
of our segments.
Let's just move right past that.
Okay, but anyway, when you copulate with another person, you link your bodies together. See, that's the key.
Okay.
So, copulas are linking verbs; they link things together. And the main
Got
copula
it.
is to be, and then there are others that seem,
Let me interject.
appear.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Go ahead. Seem, appear.
Yeah, I wrote just a bunch down here.
I got a few too. Ready?
Why don't you let me hear yours? Just
Look,
give me
taste, smell, grow, stay, turn, seem, sound, become, prove. And so the linking is interesting. I looked this up too because linking verbs to me, I mean, you've taught grammar, you understand them. I basically didn't know what you were talking about until I looked it up. It was like, oh, it's the same. The link is that the subject is the same case, and probably don't want to get into case, do we? But it's the subject versus the object, say. So I should probably just not have even gone there. Let's let you keep going.
Let me go, because you're going to take me off on a tangent where, with the.
I'm going to blow the whole thing up. I'm going to just explode this whole grammar geezers. So go ahead.
I was
You
gonna
were
say,
rolling.
but anyway, linking verbs, unlike other verbs, take adjectives, not adverbs. It's just weird, isn't it? So you don't say, boy, that tastes greatly.
Yeah.
You
Or that
know-
tastes well.
Yeah,
You can say it tastes well, but there's a particular case.
yeah.
But like something, a food stuff that you're eating, it tastes good. And my favorite one here is that when you say how you doing, the
I'm
answer
doing
should be
great.
what?
I'm doing great.
Great
I'm
or
doing
good.
Yeah.
That's well. Is it doing good or doing well? Because the do I'm good is what you'd say. I'm doing. You'd probably say well because do
No,
suddenly you're
do is also a linking,
linking
verb.
verb in this case.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm doing good is accurate.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm good though, or I'm great is correct. You don't
Yeah.
say I'm
I've
well.
actually been corrected by people who don't know, and there are people out there that think they know. That when I say deliberately, "How are you feeling?" I said, "Oh, I'm great," and they said, "Don't you mean I'm feeling well?" And I said, "Well, actually, yeah, my fingertips are really sensitive, so I feel well." But anyway, that's ridiculous. So, what the thing is, you've got to take adjectives to modify linking verbs, which
Right.
is completely counterintuitive to the general practice. Like for instance. Run is not a linking verb. It's a regular verb. So he runs beautifully across the lawn. He runs beautifally.
Yeah.
But you could
He
say,
runs good.
You,
is
you
not.
couldn't say that's he runs beautifully. That's an adverb. It's got an ly ending, right? Not all adverbs have ly endings, but a lot of them do. But the point is,
Well, you could say he runs beautifully. That's correct. You want to say he runs beautiful. You don't. That's right.
Well, you
He runs
couldn't
beautiful is wrong. He runs beautifully is fine.
Yeah, because run is not a linking verb, therefore it takes an
Yes.
adverb. But you wouldn't say
Exactly.
that taste. She looks beautifully. You see, you'd say
Correct.
she looks beautiful. Beautiful is an adjective modifying the noun look. Appear. She appears beautiful. You wouldn't say she appears beautifully. You wouldn't say that tastes. You overestimate my knowledge greatly.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't say that tastes greatly.
Yeah. Well, I have one of my favorite ones of these is because they're linking verbs to be, for example.
Is the main linking verb, but
it's always a linking verb. Period. It's the copula.
Yeah.
But there are verbs to smell is a really good one. I think that smells good. The German chocolate cake that Pat baked smells good, right?
or great.
But yeah, but if you say the dog smells really well, the dog smells good means he just had a bath. The dog smells really well means the dog has 10,000 times more olfactory receptors in his nose or her nose. Exactly.
You see that?
It's the act of smelling.
I'm now a dog smelling.
Wow.
I'm not a dog
Yeah.
smelling. Well, I do a lot of.
Circular.
I can do a lot of tricks.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Thank you very
that was.
much.
I thought for a second you were Mimi.
I think we're going to get an enemy, an enema. I think we're going to get an Emmy for this series, and probably an enema. More.
I don't want.
More well deserved.
Let's skip the enema. The Emmy. I mean, I would say, literally. I'm not going to use literally.
Literally, that's impossible. But the thing about it is,
that is actually an accurate use of the word literally.
but I think that what we're doing is we're doing this for fun, for us, for you and me, and for those people who might possibly learn a little bit about grammar and the misuse of certain expressions.
Yeah. Is there anything else on linking verbs that we should talk about? I mean, I really do think that, though, I'm great is perfectly good English, written or spoken. So if somebody says, no, it's I'm well, you can say, no, that's a linking verb. Go after them.
Yeah, but if you say that, people
make the world a better place.
Yeah, but if you say that, people will think you're condescending and talking down to them. So don't even say anything. Don't even.
Yeah,
talk
it's
anyway.
true. You just ignore it. Otherwise,
It's just interesting, fun fact. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I have a couple examples, though, for folks. Should I read a couple? Do you want
Please,
to?
please.
Shall I? Ready? So a couple of other linking verb examples, right? To appear. So he appears drunk. He appears happy. He appears upset. Or she appeared. You can also do this as a non-linking verb, right? She appeared at the benefit concert. She appeared at the benefit concert happily. So you're using that as a non-linking verb there. To taste, we talked about. To sound, it sounds good. To act silly, to act nervous. To fall silent is another one. You don't fall silently. You could fall silently if you leapt off a cliff and were very quiet and didn't scream on the way down.
Or hit
but typically he fell.
Or hit a sponge when you fell.
Hit a sponge.
Yeah.
Yeah. What kind? Like a sea sponge or
a big monster's wet sponge.
Okay.
Then you would fall silently.
Did Thomas Wolfe write about something along those lines? Because they were going to use two excellent adjectives there.
Thomas Wolfe wrote a phenomenal book called "Falling into a Sponge."
One of his finest.
One of his finest works.
All right. Good. Linking verbs, adjectives, adverbs. Anything else we should add?
Well, can I read some of my examples I wrote down?
I would love that.
If I can find it. Because usually I don't write. I do this extemporaneously, but I thought it was so important because so many people are confused about this. So how do you like this one? Happy versus happily, right? And I personalized this for my audience.
Oh, good.
Todd felt happy when Lily was accepted at UCLA.
True.
Do you
True.
like that?
I like that. Very nice. Yeah.
Next one. The hummus from Jerusalem Garden, my favorite restaurant, as you well know.
Yes.
The hummus from Jerusalem Garden tasted delicious. You wouldn't say it tasted deliciously.
Yep.
And the last one.
Those are good.
Two more. He seems thankful. He seems thankful, not thankfully. He seems thankful to have survived the Trump administration. The he in that case would be I.
Yeah. And I. Thank you for that rundown.
I probably was confusing, but it's a difficult subject.